This is the OTB Network.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Breeders' Cup edition of Horses and Courses, an extremely exciting weekend of racing down at Churchill Downs. We'll also stop at Aqueduct. The Big A has opened up, and closing day at Santa Anita's Autumn Meet. Let's get underway at Santa Anita, the final race on the final card of the Autumn Meet at Santa Anita, the Las Palmas Stakes.
Las Palmas Stakes. They're off. They broke away perfectly. Ash Z from the center gets out to take a narrow lead, but Sarah's Secret from the outside also flashing speed. These two now hook up and race clear. Malibu Pier is going to stalk in third, then All Star Heart and City to City. One lap to go, and Joe Telemo puts Ash Z, the long shot in the field of five, on the lead and goes out to set the fractions here by about a length. Sarah's Secret content to sit there from second, and the favorite Malibu Pier positioned third, about 2.5 lengths off the leader. A length and a quarter back to All Star Heart, a relaxed fourth, and City to City also looks comfortable at the back, about 6 lengths off the lead. They race on to the backstretch now in the Las Palmas, and Ash Z sets the pace, still by about 3/4 of a length, and Rafael Bejarano's got a good hold of Sarah's Secret, does not want her to engage yet, wants her to sit there second. A length and a quarter back to Malibu Pier, has not been much change, still a close third. Then All Star Heart in second last, and City to City from the inside, about 4 off the lead. Now they're closer, the pace picks up going to the far turn. It is Ash Z still on top, Sarah's Secret and Malibu Pier both to the outside, made her pick it up there. All Star Heart in fourth, still 4 off the lead, and City to City now gears it up at the rail. They're on the far turn, and Ash Z to this point has something left, but now the whip comes out. Sarah's Secret, City to City is traveling well. Block right now, though, and Malibu Pier coming on as well. Also, All Star Heart at the top of the stretch, now a furlong sprint. All Star Heart extreme outside, and All Star Heart mowing them down. It is Brice Blanc and All Star Heart. They've gone clear with a flourish, and All Star Heart captures the Grade 2 Las Palmas Stakes. City to City ran second, and Sarah's Secret was third.
Brice Blanc aboard All Star Heart, who was last in this field of 5 as the second choice, comes thundering down the stretch to win by a comfortable 2 lengths over City to City, with Sarah's Secret finishing third. The favorite Malibu Pier at 7-5 finishes fourth. Ron McAnally sends out the winner. Now, a couple of stakes races to bring you from the Big A on opening weekend. We'll join them in progress. Up first, the Turn Back the Alarm.
Chile back running along in second. And then on the outside is Checkpoint third. Pretty difficult to handle is Tiz Miss Souche, a little rank there, while racing in fourth, about 4 lengths from the leader, Bankers By. Go Unbridled still trailing the field as Bankers By sails along on an uncontested lead. Arena Elvira sitting back second after the half here in 50 3/5 seconds. So it's Bankers By who just continues to sail along here. Arena Elvira second on the outside. Tiz Miss Sue is pinned down toward the rail. Running in third alongside her is Checkpoint, and it's 2.5 lengths back to the trailer. Go Unbridled around the far turn. Bankers By, and here comes Arena Elvira after a Checkpoint on the outside. Tiz Miss Sue is now back in fourth and in behind the lead. Break of another 3 back to Go Unbridled fifth. 3/4 in 1:16 and 1, and now the field turns for home. Bankers By, Arena Elvira, and Checkpoint across the track. In behind them to the outside, Tiz Miss Sue. 3/16 out. Arena Elvira responding. Arena Elvira kicking away from Checkpoint. Then Go Unbridled and Tiz Miss Sue. And they're coming down to the finish. And it will be Arena Elvira, the winner here by a 6 lengths at the end. And then it was Checkpoint second. Wound up being close for third between Go Unbridled and Tiz Miss Sue, who had repeated trouble throughout the race.
Yes, Tiz Miss Sue, the 9-10 favorite, finishes off the board running fourth, but Bill Mott getting the weekend and opening day at the Big A, kicked off the second choice. Arena Elvira for Junior Alvarado wins by a pole. You saw those internal fractions, 1:16 and 1. The next quarter mile, 23-3. And you see the final running time, very respectable, 151.59, but certainly makes us suspicious, extremely suspicious of that third quarter mile. But Arena Elvira scoring in Friday's Turn Back the Alarm. Next up, joined in progress, the 11 furlong Red Smith.
Creek, who has set that leisurely pace here. They've still got a long way to go. 6 furlongs remaining. Perfect footprint. Sits back second by another 3. Radical Sabbatical continues to tug away. He's third. Exclusive Strike on hold while fourth. Boisterous is covered up neatly in behind those two. And then it's Bold Hawk down inside. And then Grassy, who's following the path of Boisterous down the backstretch run. Harrods Creek on top. Sails through 3/4 of a mile. Over the good going at 18-4. 4 furlongs remaining. Harrods Creek a clear lead now. Perfect footprint runs along in second. Exclusive Strike nudged along third toward the inside. There goes Boisterous now, is making a move. Boisterous makes a move with 3 furlongs remaining here. Radical Sabbatical's in between horses. Grassy continues to follow Boisterous round the far turn. Then Bold Hawk goes in behind horses as they come to the top of the stretch. 2 furlongs remaining here, and it's Harrods Creek to catch. Boisterous trying to catch him. Here's Boisterous on the outside, powering up right alongside Harrods Creek. Boisterous and Harrods Creek for the last furlong. And then it's Bold Hawk running in third, and Grassy is fourth. Boisterous the leader. Bold Hawk now moving to second. But it will be Boisterous, who made a lot of noise today in the Red Smith and won it by 2. Bold Hawk was second, Harrods Creek was third, and Grassy checked in fourth.
Well, winning the 52nd running of the Red Smith is Boisterous, returning $6 for Shug McGahee and the Phipps stable. We've talked about how they have become a turf juggernaut, with Bold Hawk running third. Harrods Creek, who tried to make every pole a winning one, finishes third. And Grassy, the 8-5 favorite, finishes fourth. Now, over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday down at Churchill Downs, they did have non-Breeders' Cup Stakes races, and we will bring them to you. Up first on Friday, the Ack-Ack.
And not a good start for Nacho Friend, who jumped in the air at the start, so Gladding's going to make the lead. Now Nacho Friend is going to have to recover, and he'll sit second early, and he's guided just to the outside of Gladding by Garrett Gomez as they go into the turn. Glenwood Canyon is third to the outside. Almadoro follows in fourth and is 3.5 lengths off the lead. Demarcation is after that. A ground-saving run there for Mr. Mardi Gras, who settles back second last, 6 lengths from the front and 3.5 ahead of Equestrio. 25-2. A walking opening quarter here for Gladding and Rafael Bejarano, and they lead the way by 1.5 lengths. Nacho Friend is in second. Glenwood Canyon third to the outside. Then it's Almadoro in fourth and racing about 4 lengths off the lead. Mr. Mardi Gras and Demarcation are right together, and Equestrio is still last with not much pace in front of him. He's 9 lengths behind the half mile, 51 seconds flat. Gladding on top as they go into the turn. Nacho Friend is alongside, and Glenwood Canyon's going to get into it too. And now these 3 are right together, and Almadoro is in fourth. They're followed by Mr. Mardi Gras, who's got 4.5 lengths to make up. And then it's Demarcation and Equestrio. 3/4 in 1:15-1. They're into the stretch. It's been Gladding all the way. And here's Glenwood Canyon up alongside. Almadoro comes up after them. Mr. Mardi Gras down the center of the track. Then Equestrio at the fence and Demarcation. A dramatic finish in the Ack-Ack. Almadoro, Mr. Mardi Gras to the outside in Glenwood Canyon. Here's Mr. Mardi Gras to win the Ack-Ack. Almadoro was second, Glenwood Canyon third, and Gladding finished fourth.
Boy, 7-horse field in the 2-turn Ack-Ack, and you don't see this very often. Not a single horse in double digits. The second choice was Mr. Mardi Gras. He paid $7.80 to win, and in the stretch, you would have thought everybody had a chance to win the race except Nacho Friend, who had a brutal start and a brutal finish. But on the muddy sealed racetrack, the offspring of Belong to Me scores in Friday's Ack-Ack Stakes for Chris Block. On Saturday this year on Breeders' Cup Day at Churchill Downs, thankfully, they did have a walkout race. This was the 12th and finale on Saturday night, the Chaluki.
Stakes. Annunciata started well. Moving through on the inside is Freedom Star. Mayday Rose on the far outside, and Lacey Slew is right behind them, running in fourth. Farther out, Persuading is fifth. Down on the inside, Absent Minded is sixth as they race out of the chute and races 4 lengths off the lead. Right alongside is Buckle Up Buttercup. Maristar and Alilia is the trailer. 23-1 was the opening quarter mile as they move up the back stretch. On the inside, Freedom Star the leader by a half length. Mayday Rose second, Annunciata third between horses. Absent Minded is fourth at the rail, just 2 lengths off the lead, and then Lacey Slew and Persuading on the outside. Buckle Up Buttercup saves all the ground with a half mile to go and is 5 lengths off the lead. And then it's Maristar and Alilia is last. The half mile was in 46-3. And it's Mayday Rose with 3 furlongs to go to stick a neck in front. Freedom Star second on the inside. Behind the leaders, Lacey Slew, Persuading on the far outside. Then Annunciata, Maristar, Buckle Up Buttercup, swings out for the extreme outside. They're into the stretch. Mayday Rose, the one to catch coming to the 8th pole. Buckle Up Buttercup, storming down the center of the track. Persuading is next. And then comes Lacey Slew. Here's Buckle Up Buttercup on the outside, running up alongside of Mayday Rose. These two down to the wire. Here's the finish. Buckle Up Buttercup or Mayday Rose. It is very close. Then Maristar and Persuading.
Well, they didn't run for $5 million in the Chaluki, but boy, didn't it look very similar in the middle of the racetrack? Way late, way back in the pack early for Buckle Up Buttercup. Scores the victory for Javier Castellano, beating Mayday Rose, who, just like Game On Dude, tried to make it to the finish line in front, but Eddie Keneally sends out the winner in Saturday night's Chaluki Stakes. And on Sunday afternoon, we had a stakes race, Fillies and Mares, on the turf in the Cardinal.
And they're off in the Cardinal Handicap. Mutually Benefit towards the wide outside with Tappets Fly and the other grey Ravis Song right towards the inside, dropped out the back of the field. She's Adorable as they pass beneath the Twin Spires with a circuit to go, and it's Tappets Fly and Robbie Alvarado who've won the battle for the lead. Mutually Benefit now is racing in second, a length and a half away. Kiss Mine to the Hedge is in third. The favourite Deluxe is in fourth position. A breakdown of 2 lengths to the outside. She's Adorable. To the Hedge is Ravi's Song. At the back of the field, Distorted Love as they took the quarter in 23-3, and it's Tappets Fly who leads the way by a length. 2 in second, Mutually Benefit, a length and a half away. Kiss Mine to the Hedge is in third. Deluxe on that one's outside, a neck away in fourth position. Then a length and a half to the inside, Ravi's Song. For company on the outside, She's Adorable, and still the back marker is Distorted Love, the half in 47-3. Midway down the back stretch, just over half a mile to go in the 38th running of the Cardinal, and it's Tappets Fly to their Hedge. Now a contested lead with Mutually Benefit, who's in the 3 path. Deluxe then is stalking a length and a half away in company with Kiss Mine as they swing the far turn, and Tappets Fly still holds the lead, extends the advantage now to a length and 3/4 over Kiss Mine in second, and then Mutually Benefit now beginning to try to come on round. That one's outside is Deluxe, and wider still is Ravi's Song, but it's Tappets Fly who leads the way now into the lane with a furlong and a half to go in the Cardinal. Then Kiss Mine, Deluxe down the wide outside with Ravi's Song as they race down towards the final furlong, trying to skim the hedge on the inside. Distorted Love is also now playing the game inside the final furlong. Ravi's Song on the outside of Deluxe. These two drive inside the final 100 yards. It is now Deluxe who goes on by a neck, and Deluxe wins, and it's a 6th win in the race for Bill Mott. Bill Mott, what a weekend! 6 wins in the Cardinal, rounds off a tremendous weekend for the trainer Bill Mott, who takes the 38th running of the Cardinal Handicap with the favourite, Deluxe.
And Bill Mott won Friday at Aqueduct, along with winning at Churchill Downs on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Deluxe scores the victory. For a brief moment, I think you thought the momentum belonged to Ravi's Song. These were the top 2 choices in order. Kiss Mine finishes third. And one quick note here. Deluxe, Bill Mott, Judd Mott Farms by the brilliant stallion Stormcat, but it's the mare, Hasili. In my opinion, without doubt, the greatest producer in the modern times of horse racing. Hasili, the great brood mare for Juddmonte. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at Friday's races at the Breeders' Cup. Friday at Churchill Down, Breeders' Cup Day 6 stakes races, the Fillies and Mares, plus the newest Breeders' Cup race, the Juvenile Sprint.
Start, and away they go, and slow to begin was Jake Moe. On the outside, Vexer broke away very well. Here's Trinisberg on the inside, being sent for the lead, and Secret Circle fast into stride as well. Holden Bullets is one from the outside. They're all lining up on the lead here. Some of the parts in the red cap is right behind them, and Seeker is down at the rail. Then there's a big gap of 6 lengths further back to Jake Moe's been out-sprinted. On the inside comes Blackie the Bull, and Shamoose is a good 12 lengths off the leaders. They run past the 3/8 pole. On the inside, we have Trinisberg. Trinisberg is right there, but up alongside goes Secret Circle now, and it's Secret Circle and Trinisberg nose and nose with a quarter of a mile to go. In behind them comes Holden Bullet, some of the parts in the red cap, and then Vexer. Seeker is 7 off them. Top of the lane, and Secret Circle has given his head, and he bounds away from them. He's shifting out slightly now, back in again, but it is all Secret Circle in full flight for the wire. Secret Circle clear by 3. Holden Bullet, Shamoose is running a huge one at the rail. And here comes Shamoose like an express train on the inside. Secret Circle now has to hold on. He's shifting pretty badly, but he's done enough to win it. Secret Circle shifted around, but he has won it just under a length. Huge run from Shamoose to come from last, flying for second. Holden Bullets was third, and Seeker finished fourth.
Well, at 2 to 5, ladies and gentlemen, $2.80 for the winner. Bob Baffert said that this was his best chance on the weekend. Rafael Bejarano in the saddle, 20.96 for the opening quarter mile. He holds off Shamoose, who was last on the backside. And then Holden Bullets, off of the career debut on April 21st, finishes third. Up next, 2-year-old fillies in the Philly Juvenile Turf.
Field sent on their way. And the dance on the outside broke a little sideways, but broke KK. But meanwhile, it's going to be Stop Shopping Maria. Stop Shopping Maria goes on to lead Sweet Cat. Royal Bonnie's right there too, and Day at the Spa, a beautiful spot right behind the leaders. Stephanie's Kitten in the red cap, pretty keen to go on now, racing 4 lengths off these leaders. Just in behind that comes Up, who's in mid-pack. In behind that, Elusive Kate, who's taken back towards the rear. Hard Not to Like is in that group as well, with Pure Gossip. They're not in any hurry up front at all. Then we come back to Customer Base, who's back fourth last. Alongside of that, Dear Lavinia is very keen to go on. Somali Lemonade's dropped in. Alex Elise dropped her in nicely, now 6 off the leaders. Then in behind that is Anna the Dance. They go to the half-mile pole, and it is Stop Shopping Maria. Stop Shopping Maria leads them 3 parts of a length. Sweet Cat is right there second. Royal Bonnie's on the outside. Day at the Spa is tucked in, fourth at the rail, and Stephanie's getting in the red cap. Only 2 lengths off the leaders. They're all waiting to tackle that leader now. Up is down at the rail. Up alongside of Up comes Pure Gossip. Only 4 lengths off them. Hard Not to Like. Hard Not to Like caught 5 wide, but running on now, and Somali Lemonade's got 8 to make up. They come to the top of the lane. Stop Shopping Maria's got a lot left. Stop Shopping Maria goes on. Sweet Cat is right there. Hard Not to Like. Royal Bonnie is running on. Past the 8th pole they come. Stop Shopping Maria. Fuller run. Still under a hand ride as they come to the 16th. Stephanie's Kitten coming out late. Here's Stephanie's Kitten coming fast. Stephanie's Kitten. Stop Shopping Maria. Stephanie's Kitten's worn her down. And Stephanie's Kitten won the juvenile fillies. Stop Shopping Maria finished up in the second spot. A thriller in the end as those two came for the wire together. Up running a big one right behind that in a photo with Sweet Cat for that 3rd spot.
Well, as much as I think these juvenile turf races should clearly be a mile and a 16th, kudos to Wayne Catalano and Todd Pletcher for taking Stephanie's Kitten and Stop Shopping Maria, entering their horse in this spot. They ran great. Stop Shopping Maria, who was a recent runner-up to My Miss Aurelia in the Frizette, goes to the turf, runs fantastic. Stephanie's Kitten, recent winner of the Alcibiades on the synthetic. She goes and races brilliantly to score the victory. John Velasquez runs down Javier Castellano. Somali Lemonade, the second choice at 4-1. Tough outside post. And Elusive Kate, who many like this European, made her the 5-2 favorite, didn't do much running at all. Up next, fillies and mares in the sprint.
And away they go. Pomeroy's Pistol bobbled a little at the start. Tamarind Hall was away well, and Golden Mystery in the white cap. Now here comes Musical Romance in the red cap on the inside to join the leaders. Irish Gypsies in the red colours down at the rail. Just alongside of that comes Tar Heel Mom, and Champagne Dorro's in there too. Tanda has to go very wide. Is only 4 lengths off the leaders though. Great Heart is pulling pretty hard, wants to make headway. Turbulent Descent has taken... Oh, and Turbulent Descent has checked sharply there. Turbulent Descent had to check sharply. Didn't really lose ground, but was in tight and is now 4 off them. Turbulent Descent going to have to go wide. Her Smile is second last, and Joel Rosario has switched last. Switches 9 off the leaders. They are coming to the quarter pole, and Golden Mystery's the leader. Tamarind Hall right there. Pomeroy's Pistol. Now Turbulent Descent. Can she overcome that trouble? She's hooked 4 wide, but right there. Behind that comes Musical Romance. And now Switches on the move. Her Smile is running on from behind. Great Heart didn't fire today. Turbulent Descent strikes the front as they come for home. Pomeroy's Pistol, Her Smile. Switches closing ground on the grandstand side as well. Down at the rail, Musical Romance wide open. Turbulent Descent on the inside. Musical Romance. Musical Romance has come again. Musical Romance switch flying late on the outside. Musical Romance to win it, and Musical Romance has won it. Switch and Her Smile in a photo for second, then Pomeroy's Pistol and Turbulent Descent had to settle for 5th on the afternoon.
And there it is, Musical Romance lighting up the board at 42.40 on the inside. Bill Kaplan has spent a long time buying inexpensive horses and now wins a $1 million race. Switch, second choice in the wagering, runs 3rd. And the 3-year-old, Her Smile, at a big price, finishes 3rd. Turbulent Descent with a world of trouble early as the 7-5 favorite. Really never got a clean run for David Flores and Mike Pipey. She finishes off the board while running 5th as the favorite. Up next, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, My Miss Aurelia, the 2-1 favorite.
And away they go. My Miss Aurelia broke beautifully, very smooth and going for the lead, but there's a wall of horses here. Candrea on the inside. Self-Preservation is right there. Saya Novena crossing over from the outside. My Miss Aurelia took a slight bump there, but didn't affect her. She's going up now. Those three go on to lead them. Wee Miss Frankie's keen to go on. She's in the pink, going up a joint fourth with Rocket 21 down at the rail. Self-Preservation's losing ground now, and here is Questing in the green colours back in the fifth spot, 5 lengths off the lead. Now here is Grace Hall, and Grace Hall is moving up to take that fifth spot, also 5 off them. In behind those we have Miss Netta, Awesome Bell on the far side. They are followed by Put the Babies Down, now 10 lengths off the leaders. Behind that we have Northern Passion, and last of all here is Homecoming Queen last. Into the turn they go, and Candrea the leader with a half mile to go. Candrea by a length and a half. My Miss Aurelia's travelling beautifully though, and Kori Nakatani and My Miss Aurelia come to breathe down the neck of Candrea as they come to the quarter pole. Grace Hall is in with a big shot too. She's just looking for somewhere to run. Saya Novena is running a good one. Wee Miss Frankie is back in the 5th position, then Miss Netta. Top of the lane, My Miss Aurelia shoots away from the field, and My Miss Aurelia kicks for home. Grace Hall in the centre of the track now coming to take her on. Wee Miss Frankie's back third, homeward bound, and it is My Miss Aurelia and Kori Nakatani. Grace Hall and Ramon Dominguez the danger, chasing from second, but My Miss Aurelia is going to remain unbeaten in a dazzling performance. My Miss Aurelia and Kori Nakatani have won the Grey Goose Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. Wow! Second will be Grace Hall. Wee Miss Frankie was a gallant third, and Self-Preservation came running on for fourth.
And there is an Eclipse Award winner, My Miss Aurelia. The 3 betting choices in order there. Kori Nakatani, Steve Asmussen, Stone Street Stables, George Bolton. This brilliant offspring of Smart Strike wraps up an undefeated 2-year-old campaign by a comfortable 3 lengths in the Breeders' Cup. Up next, 11 furlongs, fillies and mares on the turf.
Field sent on their 1 3/8 journey. Misty for Me was a little slow to get going. Dubawi Heights broke very smartly from the inside gate. Star Salida broke well, but the rider's taking back, and now there goes Dynaslew. And Dynaslew going to kick on to lead Dubawi Heights. They go a fast pace for this distance. In fact, Dubawi Heights has taken a hold of that bit now, and he's pulling the rider out the saddle. Dubawi Heights in front, a length to Dynaslew. They go 3 clear. Star Salita, rider's got a stranglehold on her back in third. And here's Frankie Dettori now, very nice and comfortable, racing in Narain in the 4th position. On the outside of those two, we have Shared Account. Distorted Legacies on the grandstand side, and Cambina is right there at the rail. Racing between those two now comes Perfect Shirl. Racing in behind them, we have Misty for Me, who's improved a little bit. Aruna is right there, and now Cambina's dropped back light, but they're very, very compact. 7 lengths would cover them all. Just about half the journey covered now, and Dubawi Heights more relaxed now. Dubawi Heights in front by a length. Dynaslew's in second. Star Salita has the perfect spot in third right there at the rail, and she's still pretty keen to go on. Up alongside comes Narain in the gold colours right there too. Shared Account on the far side. At the rail we have Harmonious in the white cap in the 6th spot, only 3.5 off these leaders. Then comes Perfect Shirl. Distorted Legacies on the far side. Cambina third last. Aruna is full of run. Aruna keen to go on. Rider riding patiently though, 5 off the leaders. And Misty for Me is last. Into the turn they go now, and Dubawi Heights on the inside. Dynaslew far side. Now Star Salida, can she get through down there? Star Salida just needs somewhere to go. Shared Account is running a big one on the far side as well. And Narain now right there between them, and Frankie Dettori's coming to tackle them. Aruna is still full of run, got 6 to make up. They're at the top of the lane now, and it is Dubawi Heights the leader. Narain in the centre of the track with a big white face. Shared Accounts running huge. Star Salida nowhere to go. On the outside now, can Aruna get out of there and come late? But it is Narain. Dubawi Heights is right there, and from last, here comes Misty for Me. Misty for Me, extreme outside is Perfect Shirl. It's a driving finish. Perfect Shirl going to get up. Perfect Shirl to win it. Perfect Shirl, Narain. Misty for Me was flying late, so was Distorted Legacy, and Aruna right there. 5 of them went to the wire together.
Another upset, Johnny Velasquez, a perfect ride in here, 57.60 for Perfect Shirl. We at the spa saw Perfect Shirl win her last race before Friday. 2 summers ago in the Lake Joy, this magnificently bred daughter of Lady Shore finally gets back to the winner's circle in a huge upset. Kudos for Na Rain, who was brilliant. Frankie Dettori, Race Road, Dominguez, and Stasalita brilliantly. Misty, for me, gets the 11 furlongs rather nicely. Stasalita only beat 1 horse as the 9-5 favorite. And wrapping up Friday's night action, the 3-year-old showdown in the Ladies Classic.
And away they go in the Ladies Classic, and they all came out well. And Plum Pretty just goes straight to the front now. Plum Pretty clears them by over a length and goes on to lead them. In the second spot, we have It's Tricky. Up alongside of that comes Ask the Moon. It's Tricky's in tight down at the rail now. They've been followed by Royal Delta, who's in the green cap, settling into the 4th position. Behind that comes Pash Attack, and then back to Super Espresso, racing 6. She's a good 6 lengths off the leaders. Mismatch has been taken back to be 3rd last. Ultra Blend is 2nd last. And last of all is Satan's Quick Check, got to be 10 lengths off the leaders. Down the backstretch they go now, and Rafael Bejarano is rated Plum Pretty beautifully out here. She's got her ears pecked. Plum Pretty takes them along at a sensible pace. A length and a quarter back to Ask the Moon in 2nd. It's Tricky's at the rail 3rd. Now here's Royal Delta in the 4th position. Royal Delta 3 lengths off that leader. Super Espresso's on the far side, and Pash Attack, White Cap at the rail. Mismatch is back 3rd last, now got 8 lengths to make up. Then it's Ultra Blend, and last of all is Satan's Quick Check. They have 3/8 of a mile to go now, and Plum Pretty still bouncing along on the lead. Plum Pretty a length and a half. On the far side, we have Ask the Moon. It's Tricky. Now It's Tricky is coming on to take on Plum Pretty. Royal Delta's going to have to make up ground. Royal Delta's 4th on the outside. They're at the top of the lane in the Ladies Classic, and Plum Pretty hugs the rail and kicks for home, and she's got something left. Plum Pretty going on for home gamely now. In the centre, It's Tricky stretching her every yard of the way. Royal Delta's getting involved late as well. Plum Pretty along the inside. It's Tricky racing between them and Royal Delta. It's a thriller. Royal Delta's going to score. Royal Delta strikes the front, and Royal Delta, perfectly handled, has taken the Ladies Classic. She's won her division for the year too. Royal Delta, It's Tricky, Pash Attack ran on for 3rd. Ultra Blend and Plum Pretty got tired that last 16th of a mile.
And yes, Trevor, the 3-year-old Philly Eclipse Award winner for Bill Mott, Royal Delta, the homebred under Jose Lascano, the betting favorite, same price, 2.2 to the dollar for Plum Pretty. But Royal Delta, the impressive winner of the Alabama Stakes this summer, runs down It's Tricky to cement a 3-year-old championship. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, Saturday's action at the Breeders' Cup. Kicking off Saturday's action at Churchill Downs, the Marathon.
of Fleet again, giving them 7 length start. A big gap of 6 back to Brigantine, and AU Minor is still last, and still a good 15 off these leaders. They've covered half the journey now in the Breeders' Cup Marathon, and there's Pleasant Prince just taking them along by a neck. Now here comes Baryshnikov to keep the pressure on. So Pleasant Prince not having it his all way. Baryshnikov's taken him on early. In behind that comes Cease, who now has gone up to race in 3rd. Birdsong is very comfortable at the rail in 4th. On the far side we have Eldafar, a close-up 5th. They've been followed by Harrison's Cave, who's now 6-5 off the leaders. A gap of 4 back to Giant Oak, who's coming under pressure. Alongside of Fleet again, then Brigantine. Behind that, AU Minor. Let's see, AU Minor hasn't started to run yet, is still 12 off them. And there's something wrong with Meisner. Meisner's been eased out of it. A half mile to go in the marathon now, and now it becomes a test of stamina. Pleasant Prince kicks on. He looks like he's got something left. He's in front a length, but now here comes Cease, and Cease has been threatening to run a big one throughout. And now Cease moves up on the outside, and Garrett Gomez takes the advantage on Cease, who kicks for home. Bird Run comes off the rail and tries to come after them. M. Eldafar on the extreme outside of Fleet again is in there. Baryshnikov is still far back. They come to the top of the lane, and Cease goes on. He's leading it by just over a length. Bird Run is running a huge one. In the center of the track, here's Giant Oak. On the extreme outside, the grey of Fleet again is coming home well as well. They come for home now. It's still wide open. Bird Run on the inside. On the outside of Fleet again. Fleet again shifting ground, but he's grinding his way to victory. And it's going to be a Fleet again to win the marathon. A Fleet again pulled clear by nearly 2 in the end. Bird Run second. Giant Oak was third. And then Pleasant Prince and Cease.
$85.20. Welcome back to a Fleet again. Cornelio Velasquez. Robert Butch Reed scores the victory. Bird Run finishes second. Giant Oak third in Saturday's kickoff, the marathon. Up next, the 5th running of the Juvenile Turf.
And away they go, and they all appear to come out well. Majestic City broke best and sets off for the early lead. Along the inside, Rota's right there too, but Majestic City's going to clear. Here's Escaper coming up to race in second. Farage is tucked in at the rail. Rota alongside of that, and Coalport in the red cap just 4 lengths off them. State of Play's tucked in that spot as well. In behind that now we have Tequila Factor, who's back 6 lengths off the leader. Finale failed to get in. He's 4 wide on the far turn and a good 8 lengths off the leaders. Meanwhile, Casper Netcher's pulling hard against Kieran Fallon down at the rail. Daddy Knows Best is back 5th last. In behind that comes Lucky Chappie, who gives them 10 length start. Then we come back to Fantastic Song. In behind that is Animal Spirits, who's back 2nd last, and Shakespeare Shalia is the trailer. They have a half mile left to go, and Majestic City showing the way 3 parts of a length. On the far side now to go up and take them on is Farage is right in there. State of Play is in the leading group as well. On the far side we have Finale going to take them on. State of Play right in behind that. Rota's along the inside. Escaper another one in that leading group. And then we come back to Lucky Chappie, who's caught wide. Fantastic Song is last. They come for home wide open. Farage in the gold cap. Escaper running a huge one alongside of that. Rota in the black cap coming home gamely down the center of the track. They come for home. Farage along the inside. Escaper a huge long shot running a big one on the outside. Here's Rote, and Rote is wearing them down, and Rote is going to win it. Rote wore them down the final furlong and 1 going away, and Rote has taken the Juvenile Turf 2.5. Escaper a huge run in second. Farage was third, and then there's going to be a 3-way photo for that 4th spot.
Well, a convincing winner. Coolmore for Aidan O'Brien comes over with Rote and scores the very, very authoritative victory, turning $25.20. Escaper Emma Jane Wilson did a very, very good job. Farage finishes 3rd in the Juvenile Turf. Up next, trying to find a champion in the Breeders' Cup Sprint.
And away they go to a perfect start. Euro Ears didn't get going quickly though, but he's been ridden along, and Euro Ears comes shooting through on the inside. Meanwhile, Force Freeze broke beautifully, so Euro Ears on the inside, Force Freeze up alongside. Between those two is Giant Ryan on the far side, Big Drama. Those four going like quarter horses out here. Then there's a gap of 4 back to Amazombi in the perfect spot in 5th. Behind that comes Amazing Destiny in the blue down at the rail. A Priorities on the far side. Jackson Ben's second last. Jackson Ben's got to be 11 off those leaders, and Aconite is last. Strung out over a lot of ground. They come to the quarter pole. It's a war of attrition now. Who's going to stay on? Euro Ears on the inside, but it is Force Freeze who's taken the lead, and Force Freeze been confidently ridden, and Force Freeze shakes loose. Jackson Ben now coming. Here's Amazombi coming with his run as well. On the outside, A Priorities running a huge one. They are homeward bound, and Force Freeze desperate to hang on, but Amazombi's wearing him down. Amazombi, Force Freeze have it to themselves with a 16th to go. Force Freeze is shifting out, but Amazombi's got him, and from here on in it's just a matter of how far. Amazombi and Mike Smith have won the Ascension Jet Breeders' Cup Sprint. Force Freeze was second. Jackson Ben came running on for third, and then it'll be close for fourth. Amazing Destiny and Aconite.
And the champion has been found. Amazombi, sure to be named the champion sprinter for this year, winning the Breeders' Cup Sprint in nice fashion, beating Frost Freeze, another big performance for the Peter Walder runner. And Jackson Ben, who went off as the 5-2 favorite, finishes a non-threatening third. Still sprinting, but changing surfaces, the turf sprint.
5 furlongs, and away they go, and Great Attack flew out the gate. California Flag, Rapport and Country Day on the far side. Regally Ready's racing fast as well. On the inside, Holiday for Kitten is right there with them. Hoofit is only 3 off them. Caracotado showing good speed. He's caught 5 wide, but Caracotado's right up with him. Then it's Chamberlain Bridge. Racing in behind that, we have Camp Victory, no more than 5 off the leaders. Holiday for Kittens dropping. Oh, they didn't take the turn here. Hoofit didn't take the turn, and he carried Havelock out. Hooflet and Havelock taken out on the turn, and Broken Dreams is last. They're at the top of the lane. Rapport on the outside. Along the inside, though, it's Regally Ready, and Regally Ready has the advantage to Rapport. Great Attack in the black cap. Country Road coming home gamely. Caracortado just not doing enough. Perfect Officer in the red caps coming flying. Regally Ready, Perfect Officer, Country Day on the outside, but it is going to be Regally Ready, and Regally Ready and Cory Nakatani have won it by just under 2. It'll be Country Day in second. Perfect Officer a close third. Caracortado's right there with Great Attack for fourth.
14-horse field, only 3 single-digit odds on the board, but the folks got it right. Regally Ready, the clear 2-1 favorite in here, scores rather convincingly for Cory Nakatani, Vinery Stable, and Steve Asmussen, this offspring of More Than Ready. Very, very impressive in victory on Saturday. Looking for a 3-year-old champion? Maybe we don't have to look any farther than the Dirt Mile.
Close, and away they go to a perfect start. They all broke in one line. From the inside, the Factor is setting off for the early lead. Shackleford is right there with him. Up alongside of those two now comes Tapazar in the third position. Irrefutable's the grey tucking in right behind them. Alongside of that is Jersey Town, who's keen to go on. He has the gold cap. Down at the rail, Wilburn is now making headways, only 4 lengths off the leaders. Trap Shot in the red cap on the far side. Then there's a gap at 3 back to Caleb's Posse, and master of all is the long shot Trey Borrachos. They head towards the half-mile foal, and the Factor's got it all his own way out here. He's striding along on a loose rein. The Factor in front. Shackleford is tracking in from second. Tapazar's on the outside of that pair. Jersey Town is travelling nicely right behind the leaders, and Wilburn going to go through on the inside. Trap Shot is right there in 6. He was in a little tight there, Trap Shot. He dropped back. He's now 4.5 off the leaders. Irrefutable is under a ride. Got to do better. Caleb's Posse's a good 9 off the leaders, and Trey Borrachos last. They are coming to the top of the lane now. The Factor on the inside, and Shackleford. Riders riding Shackleford confidently. Just took a good look back, and the big white face of Shackleford kicks for home. The Factor can't go go with him. Jersey Town's coming after them. Tapazar's running a huge one. Trap shot and Caleb's Posse. Here comes Caleb's Posse in the pink cap on the grandstand side. He looks like he's just jumped in at the quarter pole. And Caleb's Posse strides right on by, and he's going to romp in the dirt mile. It's Caleb's Posse striding home to win 3.5 lengths. Shackelford was second, but no one was going to beat Caleb's Posse today. Big runners Trey Barachos comes from last to finish third.
The 3-year-olds run 1-2. Caleb's Posse winning his second Grade 1 of the year by 4 lengths on Saturday afternoon for Donnie Van Hemel, who shortened him up after going 2 turns in the Indiana Derby. Just didn't want to ship. Well, he did the right thing. Caleb's Posse under Rajiv Miraj returns $15.60 and moved out of its usual warm-up for the Breeders' Cup Classic, the Breeders' Cup Turf.
Emirates Airline Breeders' Cup
Turf. Fields sent on their 1.5 mile journey. Quickest into stride is Dean's Kitten along the inside, but they're all lining up for the lead here. There goes Await the Dawn now, and Await the Dawn is the new leader. On the far side, Midday in the pink cap is going up a joint second. Brilliant Speed and Teeks North are in there as well. Here's St. Nicholas Abbey down at the rail. Now they're slowing it right down up front. St. Nicholas Abbey just 2.5 off them. Then back to the filly Serafina. She's pretty keen to go on. She's taken a strong hold in the green colours. Only 4.5 off the leaders. No pace on up there at all. Stately Victor is taken back to be second last, and that'll leave Sea Moon as the trailer. 8 lengths would cover the lot. So they come to the stop of the stretch first time round in the Emirates Airline Turf. And out on the lead is Await the Dawn, in front by just over a length. Dean's Kitten is tracking from second. Midday in the pink cap moving up alongside of that. On the outside we have Brilliant Speed in the red cap. Only 2 lengths separates these first 4. Dean's Kitten now going to turn the pressure on a little. St. Nicholas Abbey's in a perfect spot in fifth, just 3 lengths off the leaders. Serafina a little more relaxed, but still pretty keen to go on in the green. She's no more than 3.5 off the leader. Teeks North is scraping the rail on the inside. They've been followed then by Sea Moon, who's second last, and Stately Victor trails. 6 lengths would cover the lot. On to the backstretch they go, and it is still Await the Dawn and Julian Laperoux just in front now as Dean's Kitten is putting a little pressure on them. On the far side we have Brilliant Speed in third. Inside of that comes Midday just loping along in fourth. Now Serafina in the green between runners, 2 lengths off the leaders. Then it's St. Nicholas Abbey. On the inside Tweaks North. On the far side of those two comes Sea Moon, only 3.5 off the leaders, and still the trailer Stately Victor. They're going to have to turn this one into a sprint for home now. It is still Await the Dawn, the leader. Let's see who's the first to make a move. Here comes Brilliant Speed now. Brilliant Speed on the outside. Dean's Kitten between them. Serafina's travelling nicely right behind them, and Sea Moon crying out for who. Sea Moon hooks to the grandstand side with a white face. Here comes Sea Moon now, but got first runners Brilliant Speed. Brilliant Speed down the centre. St. Nicholas Abbey with a late run. Serafina could not quicken with him, is trying to come on late, but it's St. Nicholas Abbey. St. Nicholas Abbey, history in the making. St. Nicholas Abbey, Joey O'Brien for his father, Aidan O'Brien. History is made. St. Nicholas Abbey wins. Second will be Sea Moon. Third will be Brilliant Speed. And Serafina had to settle for fourth on the afternoon.
$15.60. What a great game this is for St. Nicholas Abbey. You heard Trevor Denman. Joey O'Brien becomes the youngest jockey to win a Breeders' Cup race, gets a leg up from his dad, runs down Sea Moon. I doubt that Ryan Moore ever felt confident on Sea Moon in the stretch because he had to, well, see, hear, and feel St. Nicholas Abbey. And the 3-year-old, the American 3-year-old, Brilliant Speed, finishes ahead of the 2-1 favorite, Serafina. Up next, Union Rags, the even money favorite in the juvenile.
And away they go. Fort Loudon broke well, but so did the grey Hanson, and Hanson likes to be in front. He will be. Creative Cause is right there. Spite City is showing good speed as well. Fort Loudon now caught wide. Alpha is going up just behind them. They couldn't be going any quicker for this distance. Down at the rail, Take Charge Indy in the white colours. On the far side, Union Rags. Let's see. Union Rags is 7th. He has to go wide too, and he's about 6 lengths off the leaders. Right behind him comes Prospective. They are then being followed by Daddy Longlegs, who can't go at this tremendous pace. Inside of him is Optimizer. Drill has taken far back today. Drill is third last, a good 11 off the leaders. Inside of that comes Crusade, and Kent is almost taken. Doulahan last. Doulahan 15 off the lead. They run to the half-mile pole, and Hansen in front, but only just today. Hasn't got that massive lead. Hansen by just over a length. Spite City is tracking from the second position. And let's see, Union Rags has had to go wide throughout, but he's been sent early now. There goes Union Rags. Gold Cap on the far side. Creative Cause has had the better trip, though, and Creative Cause is now taking second. Union Rags 4 wide. In behind that, Fort Loudon. Then Take Charge Indian Optimizers behind that. Doulahan's far, far back. Top of the lane, and it's all hands on deck for Hansen now. He has to dig deep and find more, but he is. Creative Cause now. Here's Union Rags, and look at him stride home in the center of the track. And Union Rags went wide throughout, but he's coming. Creative Cause. Hansen is running an absolutely huge one on the inside. Hansen just keeps on going. Union Rags is shifting to the outside. Creative Cause is third. Hansen keeps going. Union Rags, Hansen, and Union Rags. Hansen, the more they asked, the more he gave, and Hansen, what a thriller. Hansen to Union Rags, a little unlucky, he shifted ground. Creative Cause was right there in third, ran a huge one, and Take Charge Indy finished up fourth.
And isn't Hansen supposed to be a 2-year-old juvenile coat champion, even though Union Rags, the even money favorite, looked to have Hansen measured at the top of the stretch as Javier Castellano just cruised what appeared to be even as they were straightened away for home, but Hansen, under Ramon Dominguez, digs in. Presume this is his last race of his juvenile campaign, wrapping it up at 2 for 2, beating Union Rags and Creative Cause. And moved into a new position to bring the star power of Goldakova, who is trying to become the first horse to win 4 straight Breeders' Cup races, the 6-5 favorite she was.
The TVG mile fields sent on their way in that TVG mile, and Goldakova broke beautifully. She obviously doesn't want to go for the lead, though. She leaves that to Get Stormy, who strides up alongside of Geronimo. Goldakova's right there at the rail, though, only 2 lengths off the leaders. On the outside, Sydney's Candy's right with him as well. Compliance Officer is caught wide into the turn. Mr. Commons is right in there. Courageous Cat is going right up alongside of Goldakova. Strong Suit is racing back 5 off them with By Word. Here's Gio Ponti, about 2.5 lengths behind Goldakova and traveling nicely at the rail. Then we come back to Zoffany, who's back third last, been followed then by Court Vision and Tour Allure, as usual, far back early. Tour Allure, there's only 8 lengths off the leaders. So they tightly bunched as they have a half-mile left to run. Get Stormy on the inside. Geronimo is right there. Sydney's Candy on the far side. Compliance Offer Extreme outside. Then it's Courageous Cat. Let's see. Here's Goldakova tucked in beautifully. She's poised to pounce if she can find room. Goldakova, white sleeves at the rail, 2 lengths off them. Then Mr. Commons, By Word behind that. Gio Ponti patiently ridden. Gio Ponti just needs somewhere to run. Tour Allure last. At the top of the lane, can Goldakova find somewhere to run? White Cap right behind the leaders. Geronimo, Sydney's Candy. Goldakova's hooking out. Goldakova's hooking out, and here she comes now. Tour Allure, the grey on the extreme outside. Goldakova, Tour Allure, Court Vision's running a huge one. Gio Ponti late. It's Goldakova in the race of her life. Tour Allure, Court Vision gonna outrun her. Tour Allure on the outside. Oh, they hit it together. Too close to call. Court Vision, Tour Allure an inch in it. Goldakova, what a magnificent run. She almost got there, but Goldakova finished up third in a valiant effort, and Gio Ponti once again right behind Goldakova in fourth.
Well, the nose that Robbie Alvarado lost the 2008 Travers Stakes comes back for Court Vision. Julian Leparoux thought he had scored the victory on Tullalore. Not to be. Court Vision for Dale Romans, $131.60. Light up the board. Second longest price in the history of the Breeders' Cup behind Archon. Goldakova finishes third. And in case you're looking for the 3 blind mice, I recommend the Churchill Downs Stewart's Box. This is a travesty. And as subjective as last year might have been with the Life at 10 and DQs are subjective also, this to me is the living, breathing embodiment of a takedown. You prevented Courageous Cat from getting a fair run in a lane that P-Val had taken over. They leave Goldakova up. She should have been placed last. But Court Vision, a huge upset in the mile. And last but not least, under the lights and the darkness and the Twin Spires, the Classic.
There's the roar from the crowd. They're on their way in the $5 million Breeders' Cup Classic. Game On Dude got a flyer. But on the outside, Uncle Mo's right up alongside. So Game On Dude and Uncle Mo go on to lead them early. On the extreme outside to Honor and Serve is right there. Stay Thirsty's tucking in right behind them. So You Think got a beautiful spot down on the inside. He's keen to go on. He's pulling hard as So You Think. A length and a half off the leaders. Then we come back to Headache. Now here's Have Her de Grace. Have Her de Grace is racing back in 7th, but only 4 lengths off the leaders. The pace very honest early. Then we drop back to Flat Out, who's racing at the back of the leading group. Another gap of 4 back to Drosselmeyer, Ruler on Ice, and Icebox. The last 2, they're 11 off the leaders. On to the backstretch they go in the Classic, and Game On Dude at a strong pace. In the second position is Uncle Mo. And on the inside, we have So You Think, a close-up third. The far side to Honor and Serve is in 4th. Stay Thirsty 5th, only 4 lengths off the leaders. Then Have Her de Grace, Headache alongside of her. Flat Out is racing back in the 8th spot, 7 off the leaders. Then Drosselmeyer, Ruler on Ice behind that. And last by a long, long way is Rattlesnake Bridge. Rattlesnake Bridge is last. Into the turn they go. Game On Dude taken on by Uncle Mo. Uncle Mo goes looking for the lead to Honor and Serve, makes it 3 in a line. Game On Dude battles back at the rail. Uncle Mo's right there. On the far side to Honor and Serve. So You Think crying out for room. So You Think could be dangerous. Can he get through? He's in the 4th spot. Have Her de Grace making her run on the outside. Homeward bound in the Classic. Game On Dude. So You Think gets a run on the inside. Uncle Mo's right there. To Honor and Serve in the red cap on the outside. Stay Thirsty. Have Her de Grace tries to get involved late, but Game On Dude is just battling them all off. Game On Dude has the lead. Here's Drosselmeyer out of the clouds. Drosselmeyer from nowhere. And Drosselmeyer and Mike Smith have beaten Chantel Sutherland on Game On Dude. Ruler on Ice finishes 3rd, and Have Her de Grace was 4th. What a finish to the Classic. It looked like Game On Dude have it, but Mike Smith had other ideas, and Drosselmeyer, like a ghost on the outside in those white colors, caught Game On Dude close home. Drosselmeyer wins.
Well, there you have it. Drosselmeyer. Second win since winning the Belmont Stakes in 2010, his first graded stakes victory. There you have this year's winner of the Belmont Stakes, finishing 3rd. Game On Dude, who I think will be the older handicap champion off of this brilliant effort. Ruler on Ice, who always tries, doesn't win very often, but runs very, very well. Havre de Grace, the older fillier mare champion, she finishes 4th. The favorite Flat Out had no excuses, finishing 5th at 7-2. I thought So You Think down inside got all the worst of it, ran representatively well, finishing in the top half of the group. And the group that I've never really thought much of, the second half, to Honor and Serve, Icebox, Rattlesnake Bridge, Uncle Mo. Stay Thirsty got the worst of it, went down inside with no choice for Javier Castellano, but a wild and crazy race. But Bill Mott wins both Classics. Drosselmeyer returning $31.60. And kudos for his backers, because his recent past performances I don't think would indicate nearly 15-1 on the board. But Game On Dude, Chantel Sutherland, looked like she was going to get swarmed under at the top of the stretch, but boy, she had a lot more left with Game On Dude for Bob Baffert, and Ruler on Ice right in there in the mix, finished 3rd. I didn't think Havre de Grace or Flat Out had any excuses. They just weren't good enough on Saturday night in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Horses and Courses. We invite you to join us Monday next for more HNC.